Okay, we've looked at several little LED camping lanterns on the show before, and you know I like them. They're pretty cool, handy things to have. But today we got one to take a look at that's probably the coolest one I've ever seen. It's got some great features which I think just take it to a whole other level. That's the Trekk solar LED lantern. We're going to take a look at that coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So I'm excited today to welcome a new sponsor to the channel. That's the folks at Trekk, and Trekk makes some really great outdoor gear, and the item we're going to look at in this introductory video for them is going to be their solar camping lantern, which is really cool. You know, we've looked at some other lanterns on the channel, and I think they're a really handy thing to have. This one has, in my opinion, is the coolest one I have seen so far. I really think you're going to like it. So without a lot of rambling, let me just take you straight down to the old stump top, and we'll get to doing some of that lantern stuff. And I'll show you why I think this lantern especially is so cool. Okay, so here we are down at the wet, damp, dirty stump top. And you see I've already got this thing dirty. But thankfully it's been raining in Georgia for a few days, so that's good. But let's talk about some of the features and why I think this Trekk rechargeable solar lantern is so cool and what I think sets it apart from pretty much all the other competition I have seen. We'll start at the top. It features a removable handle that you can snap off of there, so you can hang this on your tent or whatever. And it's pretty lightweight, weighs just 233 grams. And for those of you who have finally made the switch over to the Imperial system, that is 8.2 ounces. So it's pretty lightweight. So the next thing I think is cool is it features, as you can see, it features a solar charger, which I think is really cool. And we'll talk about the charging times and run times and all that in just a minute. But it's pretty cool there. But what I really think sets this light apart from all the others I've seen is that, take that off there, it features a water bottle. And it's a silicone bottle, and one of the things I like about this is, as opposed to just a water bottle, it's also a waterproof storage. So if you're boating or rafting or fishing or whatever, you know, you can put your cell phone or whatever in here, stuff that you don't want to get wet, and not only will it float, but it'll be waterproof. So, and then it's got this little ring in here. If you want to put something in here that's larger than the mouth of the bottle, you just pull this ring out, pull these rings off. Okay, then you can actually put, like, for example, I got an iPhone in here. We can put the iPhone in there, put everything back together, like so. Put the outer reinforcing. This is actually got the threads on it that screws the cap on it. So we'll just stick that on there. Then make sure you put the stiffener back in here, because that's what really gives it the rigidity to be able to be watertight. And then you can screw the top back on, and you've got a way to keep your phone from getting wet if you need it to, or anything else you need to keep from getting wet in here. So I think that is a very cool feature. Okay, so got the phone back out. Let's talk about the specs of this thing a little bit more quick. This is a 24.9 fluid ounce bottle here. It's a silicone bottle, and you can see it is it's airtight, so this is going to float. It's also going to keep your stuff dry. You can also just use it for a water container if you want to, because the inside of the light where the actual LEDs are is sealed, so you can fill this thing up with water and carry water in it and also have a lantern. But let's talk about the lantern itself. So it features not only solar charging, but also features USB charging. It's got this little USB cord that comes with it with a magnetic charger, so that allows it to maintain its watertight integrity. You don't have to have any plugs, and basically it just sticks on like so. Plug it in and it'll charge. The difference between the USB charging and the solar charging is solar charging is going to give you like 2 to 3 hours of light on high, and the USB is going to give you 5 hours on high before you have to recharge it again. Now that's again on high, so this thing does have 2 different light levels. It has a low of 50 lumens when you get 12 hours on that with a full USB charge, and 100 lumens is the high, and you get 5 hours on that with a USB charge. It also features a flashing mode, which is 14 hours. One more thing I want to show you is, you can see while this thing is charging right now, it's charging with solar. It's got a little red light right there. When it's fully charged, that'll turn green. And we're kind of even in the shade here, because the orientation of my outdoor studio seems to be right where I'm always blocking the light to the stump, but it was still charging because it is red. So okay, that's a quick look at the specs and features of this really cool Trekk solar lantern / waterproof container / water bottle. And again, this is why I think this is such a cool lantern. A couple of other things I think are really cool is the price of this thing is only 20 bucks on either their website or Amazon, and it features Trekk's lifetime warranty. I mean, as we say in Georgia, it just don't get no better than that. Again, I like the ability to either have an extra water container, which actually collapses down to a very small, lightweight package, you know, around 8 ounces or so, but it also gives you the ability to store stuff in here and protect it from getting wet. I mean, I just think this is a well thought out design from the folks at Trekk. When actually this lantern is why I decided to welcome them as sponsors to the channel, because I just think it's such a great, innovative product. Very well made and very well thought out. So we're going to cut to the night shots real quick here, and then I'll come back and we'll wrap this up. Okay, here we are in the dark, obviously. We'll go ahead and turn this thing on. Okay, so that's the low with it closed. As you can see just how well this lights up. It's just a pretty small area actually, but it did a really good job of lighting up the table here. We'll go ahead and turn it on the high with it closed. You can see a little bit of difference, and then we'll turn it to the, you can see it flashing, so that's pretty good there. So there it is open. Really good job creating a good bit of light. You can see as I hold it up, it really does a good job of providing area light for the table here and all. Got my coffee cup here and a bottle of water. Then this is just on low, by the way. Okay, it again to high, and it just, I'm holding it up out of camera range here, but it's about 3 feet high, 4 feet off the ground. You can see this really lights up the area. Great job of lighting it up, providing you can hang this up in your tent or in your over your picnic table or whatever, and it would really do a great job of lighting up your table that you need to lit up. Something else I didn't mention is you can just take this top off and use it just like a flashlight. See, it does a pretty good job there. So if you need just a more direct beam, it really brightens things up. So that's some of the night shots of the Trekk solar lantern. Take you back to the daylight and wrap this thing up. Chuck Norris can spell the entire alphabet with a bag of M&Ms. Okay, as you can see, did a really good job of lighting up, you know, the general area, which is what you're going to use the little lantern for. I will say I wish I would have had this when we went on our kayak trip and this past July, because we did like a 14-mile night kayak paddle on the final night, and we had glow lights tied to all the kayaks so we could see each other. But I think it would have been really cool if everybody on the kayak had one of these, because we could have put it on flashing, had a little more light. Just been a really cool thing to have. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. I just have to say I really like this little lantern. I always like things that have multi-purpose, and I like the fact this thing has like at least three purposes. You can use it for a light, you can use it for a water bottle, you can use it for a waterproof container, which that's just, in my opinion, that's just really cool. So if you're looking for a very innovative, versatile way to have some light, whether you're camping, boating, fishing, or whatever, and also to provide yourself with a way to either keep your stuff dry or yourself hydrated, I highly encourage you to check out the Trekk solar camping lantern from the folks at Trekk. Also, at the time I'm making this video, it's about 3 weeks before Christmas. In my opinion, this will make a really great gift also. So anyway, once again, thanks to the folks at Trekk for sponsoring this video. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time. So without, can you see me now?